All right, I say this kind of as a joke, but January 1st, 2025, you're living in Ali's house, away from your family, running a training camp. Is this what you want to be doing with your life on January 1st, 2025?
To be honest, no. My plan was I supposed to be with my family, my kids, but then everything is changed. 1 month, 1.5 months. They give first Islam fight, then they announce beginning of December. They announce Umar fight, Tagir fight. It's like I'm like, no way, I have to be here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was planning like coming like for 3 weeks before the Islam fight, maybe maximum 4 weeks, not like 6, 7 weeks. And I have different plan, but it is what it is. Now we're here. I already spent here more than 3 weeks. Now 3 more weeks. It's like look like my training camp.
Did you know that you were going to take on this responsibility? Did you know that when you retired that this was the life that was waiting for you, or did you kind of feel like you were going to leave the sport more than you have?
I accept a little bit this, but I didn't know it's gonna be so hard like this, because when I was fighting, it was more easy for me because I was prepared myself. When I go to the cage, I was fighting. I was controlling everything what's happening. But this life, like coaching life, it's completely different than fighting life, because I just can only talk. I cannot do nothing, and I just can give my brothers advice and stay outside the cage. This is not used to do what I do all my life. That's why it's like a little bit headache for me.
Does it make you rethink at all about like your father training you all those years? And they were always telling you, Khabib, like stick to the game plan and do this and do that. And like, does it make you think of like put yourself in his place a little bit more?
Yeah, because all my life, even when I was training by my father, and even not training, not like, because I was living with him too. He was my coach, father, friend, like he was like everything. And I learned from him a lot. And when I moved to US since 2012, I learned a lot from Coach Javier too. Like coaching, it's become like step by step, like my lifestyle. Because I learned a lot from this to one of the greatest coaches of all time, not only in our sport, I think in any other sports, And I learned from them a lot, and now I'm trying to share with my knowledge with my brothers, because and I learned a lot like fighting by myself. I was inside. I know what is this cutting weight. I know what is this fight week. I know when you have couple weeks before the fight. I know what fighters feeling the day before the fight, the night, fight night, what they feeling, and everything what I learned from all these two greatest coaches. Now I think like I have so much knowledge to be away from these guys. I have to be here, and I have to share with this knowledge with these fighters.
Yeah, and you said you have to share that knowledge with the fighters. So in life, there are certain things you want to do, and there are certain things that you have to do. For you, which is coaching? You want to do it, or you feel like it's just an obligation or responsibility, you have to do it?
No, I have to. Like only one responsibility, like only one things I want to do out of coaching. I just want to spend with my time with my kids too, but same time I have to share with my knowledge with brothers too, because when I was on the way to become champion, when I was on the way to defend my titles, like they was with me, Omar, Islam, Tagir, like all these brothers, like Usman, Gaji, like so many brothers, like they was with me, they was helping me, they was my sparring partners, they was my friends, because almost all friends I find inside the gym since when I was like kid, like even couple days ago we was talking with Islam and Tagir, and we 18 years we travel together and fight together with in a lot of in other amateur sports. Then we moved to professionals, and so many training came together. It's like something amazing. I don't think people realize how we close. I don't think people realize the way how many years we spent together. And almost 20 years training together, push each other. It's like something amazing. And I think a little bit later people gonna realize this.
Especially with the four of you, Islam, Umar, and Usman. I mean, your record in 91-1. Like, how difficult is that? You guys are, and it's not just like amateur level. This is world class level. I know you're not the type to brag, but how would you put that into context of what you four have done, what your father has built? How would you describe it?
I can describe this in one word. All about sacrifice. All about people talk about discipline, but sometimes discipline is not enough. All about sacrifice. Like a couple days ago, it was I think maybe 1 week ago. One guy, he's from Mexico. He trained with us. We allowed him come. We don't allow anybody come to in our team because we have enough sparring partners. You can look anybody, champion. We don't need nobody. We have 30, like almost 30 killers inside one gym. Why we have to invite some people? And he come to me, he's like, oh, in holidays, I wanna go to Mexico. And I told him, brother, you're Mexico, your family, everybody have to wait. If you wanna become best in the world, you have to be inside the room. Same thing. If you wanna become the best, there is no family. If you wanna spend time with your family, kids, okay, be with them. You're gonna become best family man. I am not against family people. I just say if you wanna become best in this business, you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice your time, sacrifice your health, sacrifice everything what you have. Other way, I don't know. I was in this game not only like coach, like fighter too. And when people try to talk with me, give me like some excuse what they have to do, I'm like, I just see this guy, he can be just regular fighter, like thousands and thousands other people. Just regular fighter. He's gonna make money, he's gonna be good, but he's never gonna be champion. You can say whatever you want, but I know this game much better than this guy who tried to explain me. He have to go to holidays, spend 2 weeks, for example, in Mexico and come back, And when I see how Islam, Umar, Usman, myself, and all other guys from our gym, I call it sacrifice. We sacrifice all our life to be the best in the world.
How do you think the night of UFC 311 is going to feel for you? And you came out and made that comment of like, I don't like this, this is going to be very stressful. How do you think it's actually going to feel over the course of the 7 hours you're in that arena?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, I'm going to begin in prelims with Tagir. Then I'm going to have, I think, couple hours to sleep. I will try. And main event. I think it's going to be, this is give me motivation too. I want to be on shape too. I train with these guys. I'm like, these fights are like, I want to be like shape fight too on this night. Not only talking, And but for sure it's gonna be a difficult night because 3 opponents are all very competitive fighters. Tagir opponent, Mirab, Arman. It's like very, very high level fighters. And I'm gonna be ready for this.
Can you talk about like you beat Dustin Poirier for a championship? You were in Islam's corner for a championship. How did those two feelings compare? Like, can you describe what it was like to beat him yourself, and then describe what it was like to when Islam got the
Outside
choke?
cage and inside cage.
Yeah.
Inside was much better. When I was inside, like I don't have to talk. Like only couple times I talk with inside the cage when I was with Dustin. Couple times I remember I talk with him after first round. I tell him how you feel, and he said nothing. You win first round, and like in after first round, if you remember, it's when first round finished. I asked him how you feel. He said nothing. You win first round. But second, like when I was outside with Islam, like almost 25 minutes, I was just talking. I cannot do nothing. I don't like this, to be honest. But it was amazing fight. It was amazing fight for fans. You know, amazing finish in the 5th round, in 5th round, and a very good experience for Islam. Very, very good experience. You know, sometimes like from difficult fight, you take so much knowledge. You can watch what you do wrong, where you can be better. You know, there is so much things where you can learn. You know, and I think from this fight, Islam gonna learn a lot. And next fight we will see. Next fight.
I mean, you kind of answered this question, but just to kind of drill it in a little bit more, how much of this is just for your dad, like completing what he started? How important is that for you to take what he got going and just make sure you see it all the way through the end?
I think he will be happy because of these results, you know. And any fight doesn't matter. When he was cornering us in amateur competition, when he was cornering us in professional, he always liked to win. He never liked to lose, you know. Doesn't matter. Like even any small things he lose, he take is like very, very seriously, you know. He was a winner on his life. He was a winner, you know. He never liked to lose, you know. He was very good chess player. He was good football player. He know how to play billiard. He was good tennis player. He was good. When I say something like this, like people don't understand. He was very good wrestling with gi and no gi, ground game, you know, like grappling, freestyle wrestling, and like with any of sports, he was very good, and he was very talented from this. And when we compete, when his student compete, like with other guys, like amateur, professional training, doesn't matter. He want always we win. You know, it was his goal.
And that's why you guys are 91-1, those 4.
That's why we're here. That's why we're talking about so many good things, so many belts, so many champions names like Umar, Usman, Kaji, Islam. It's like, and many fighters coming. You know, people don't know them, but they are very hungry. they gonna be on top very soon. But not today. Maybe after a couple of years, they gonna be on top. They are ready for their chance, you know, and their time is gonna come. There is so many fighters, but not all of them. Not all of them, but we're gonna have so many champions very soon too. Not only these guys, other guys, they coming too, because they following what they doing. Because they go to the deep ocean, they go to the war, they go to the fire with them, you know. And a lot of guys, they survive. They survive with them like so many hard rounds. And when they finish, other guys gonna come, you know. Same thing happened with me. Same thing gonna happen with them or with them or not. There is always gonna be champion. I was there, Islam gonna go, other guys gonna come. We have very good talent. They coming, but people don't know about them.
And I gotta ask as a follow-up to that, like, obviously your dad taught you that. Where did he learn it from? Is that just the region? Is that just the region teaches you that?
No. It was exactly his experience, the way how he learned on this life. Like till 18, he was living in village. He was living in our village. He was learning only freestyle. Then he go to military, because when you're 18, In USSR country, if you don't go military, you go to jail, you know. He go military 2 years. He was in military. He learned there. He learned in military like judo, how to wrestle judo. Then he come back. He moved to Ukraine. He was there. He was learning sambo, judo, and he already have base since when he was kids till to 18. He have very good base for freestyle wrestling, and he was competed wrestling, judo, sambo, and he has very like old school coaches of that time. He learned a lot of things from them too, and by himself he was very disciplined person too, and he really liked training. Like so many things come together, and since 1986 or 85 he beginning training when he was like when he moved come back to my village, our village. He beginning training like village young generation, and since that time he was training till his last days, you know, and it was like almost 35 years almost he was coaching, you know, and by himself. You know, some people they learn so many things, but there is no discipline, there is no energy, there is no knowledge, you know. And he was very educated person too. When he was going school, in school he was a best student when he finished, and in university he was best student too. I talk about not physical things. Like he was very smart. He read a lot of books all the time. Like first things what he always used to say to us, like all of us, Islam, Umar, ever, like we have to educate. We have to read a lot. We have to know history. We have to, like, first things was education, not sport. Sport was only second. Like first things was education, you know. And yeah, and maybe it's come to him from his mother, father, or uncle. Like so many things come together.
As becoming a coach yourself, has it changed your perspective of like your father as a coach?
No. I like when I became coach, I understand like how my father was feelings, all his feels. Like I understand now because this is very big responsibility. You know, the way how you train. Sometimes you have to give guys rest. Sometimes you have to push them. You know, it's like there is. It's have to be very like you have to stay on balance. You know, you cannot like sometimes like some fighters they never complain and you can block them. You know, very easily. They don't even understand where is limits too. Some fighters they go till they die. They train, they follow, they do everything. You know, and that's why they need coach. You have to be like looking at him, like maybe you don't have to do this. You know, it's like it's very big responsibility. You know, and I think for this kind of reason now I understand him, like the way how he was feeling, because sometimes you can be very straight and very mean person. You have to be sometimes, but maybe inside you are not. You know, but you have to be because very big team. You know, you have to be straight because of a lot of things. You know, and I think for this kind of reason I understand him more when I become coach.
Have you seen the videos of you coaching, like the facial expressions that you make and the way you slam on the thing? Like you're a very animated coach. You know.
I told you when I go like 18 January I'm gonna be ready. You know. It's like you have to be on good shape too, to give confidence to your fighters too, you know, because a lot of people don't understand about energy, you know. Everybody gives energy. Some people give good energy or bad energy, you know. It's like for giving my fighters good energy, I have to be good shape too, you know. It's like there is no small things. You cannot like just leave things like alone, like, oh, this is small things. No, because of small things make very big difference. You know, you have to pay attention on small things.
How long are you going to do this for? coaching in the manner in which you're doing it, to the extent that you're doing it? How long are you gonna do it?
When these guys finish, I'm gonna finish. I hope it's gonna be very fast. because I'm tired about this, you know. We on top of this game on top, like 8 years, 7 years since I became champion. And you can even watch the team record, you know. We almost don't lose. And I talk about 25 fighters, 25 professional fighters. We fight, we almost don't lose. Everybody, we fight around the world, everywhere. Japan, Middle East, Europe, US, South America. We're fighting in everywhere in this world. And we almost don't lose. Like, we have so many belts, we have so many champions, and so many different organizations, and all about because of sacrifice. And all these guys, they was with me. They was with my father when I beginning. When they finish, couple guys with me already finished. There is like how many, like 6, 7, 8 on very high level. They still there. When they finish, I'm gonna finish too.